Hi everybody, welcome back to Ottenraith Family Farm. So we got something exciting going on today at the old stock trailer here, and what we have, turn my phone around if it'll let me, is pigs. Sorry guys, didn't mean to scare you. So we've got 11 of these guys that came from a Berkshire sow and a Hampshire Yorkshire cross boar. We like to get as much Berkshire in our pigs as we can. They make a really awesome red meat, and I like the Hampshire because that cool stripe that they have on them right here, that stripe, it's hard to see because of my finger, but because it kind of looks like our cows, but they're cool. And because they're outside most of their life, the pink skin actually can get some sunburn on them, and we don't want that. So the darker the color the better, but I think the little white is cool. Because they're going to be outside, we try to get as dark as we can. You can see there's a couple in there that are quite a bit of white on them, but is what it is. And then over here in this side of the trailer, we've got 5 more, and these guys are a couple weeks younger than the first group, and these are the same thing. Berkshire sow, Hampshire Yorkshire cross father. But because they're a little bit younger, we're going to keep them separate inside their new pen, and just so they don't, one, they don't beat up on each other, and two, these guys are going to need a separate kind of feed. There's several different phases of hog feed. These guys are going to be on phase 1 for quite a while, a couple weeks, whereas the other group can be on phase 2. And the reason for the different phases: phase 1, they use fish meal instead of soybeans, roasted soybeans, for a source of protein. Again, these guys are all non-GMO fed, but the little guys don't process soy very well in their stomach until they get a little bit older. So it has the fish meal in it, but the fish meal is a little bit more expensive. So it's better for the piggies' digestion until they get a little bit older, and then they can handle the soy that's in there just fine. So, all right, well, we're gonna get them out of the trailer and get them moved into their new spot inside the barn, and we'll explain a little bit more about that when we get in there. Okay, so this is about 10 seconds after we put the last piglet in. We put those guys in first, and then we did these guys, and as you can see, they are comfortable. I'm out of breath, but they're comfortable. Mrs. Ottenraith Family Farm did a fantastic job catching pigs in the trailer and handing them here.
Teamwork.
But pardon the kids screaming in the background. But so what this is our barn that we keep the cows in the wintertime. So they can come and go out of that door, but they have access to a nice bedding pack in here, and this is where we feed in the wintertime. And they have water here in the wintertime, and it's pretty thick. I'm standing in this pile, and you can see the difference between that corner. There's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet of bedding pack in that corner, and then this is above that. So there's quite a bit of bedding pack in here from the cows all winter. And what these guys are going to do is they're going to break this down for us. And you can see over in that corner again, right here, it's about 1.5 feet deep here. And then the incline, you can see kind of where it goes, because the cows hang out right in this area. But these guys right here are going to work at mixing this all up. So we've been, over the course of the winter, we put straw down every week so the cows have something nice and comfortable to lay on. And when we do that, we also get some non-GMO whole corn, kernel corn, whatever you want to call it, shelled corn. And we mix that in with the bedding. And we do, so little that the cows aren't going to eat it, or can't really find it. It's just a few scoopfuls at a time, but that bedding pack gets squished down and that corn ferments in there, and the pigs absolutely love that corn. So they dig in the bedding pack to get to that corn, which goes all the way down to the bottom, and they turn this all up for us. So this bedding pack is anaerobic, so it's like sauerkraut or silage. You're fermenting it by having the carbon in here from the straw, and then the cows' weight on it packs everything down along with their manure and urine, and makes it an anaerobic system. And then the pigs get here and they turn it all up, and they actually make it an aerobic system, so it lets oxygen back into it again, and it makes the best compost. And it does it in one season. So this was this winter's pack, and we will be able to spread this directly on our fields in about a month. At least it'll be ready by then, which is good, because then we're not stockpiling manure. We don't have leaching issues with piles of manure, and we can get the nutrients on the field when we need it, which is right in the middle of the growing season. So we try to cut our hay and spread manure right after that, so that the stuff that we cut gets a huge hit of nutrients. It gets carbon from the bedding pack, and it makes stuff grow like crazy. Between the chicken manure from our own chickens, which we'll show that because we do overwinter some chickens, and this stuff, I have not seen a better fertilizer. And it's continuous. It lasts for a long time. We'll see. You guys saw in some of our other videos that we spread some manure, or chicken manure, that we purchased, and we'll see what kind of difference that makes. But we purchased that because we know this stuff does so well. But the pigs will stay here, like I said, for about a month, and we'll move them around in these little pens here. They're just wired together. We'll move these pens around as they get down, worked into the bedding. They'll move them around the barn, and when they're done being moved around the barn, and like I said, about a month, then we'll take them out to the pig pasture that we had a video of us planting, which is coming up. By the way, the rye has started to come up, and they'll live out there for the rest of their time. So we're not, we understand there's a confinement component to these pigs because they're in here and they're in the barn. We do open that big door. This right here, this whole thing is a big door. We'll open that, let the sunshine in. They do have this area that they can get sunshine. There's windows all along here. It's not perfect. They're only in here for a while, and then we move them outside. So that's our pigs. So we'll show you an update here on what the pig pasture looks like. But I'm not kidding. Literally, when we started this video, probably wasn't even 10 or 15 seconds after we put the pig in. So they're very calm. They're happy. They're already rooting around. As you can see, they're already eating. They got their water. And these guys too, they're all happy. Nobody's making any noise other than chewing and rustling around. That's all you can hear in here right now. So they're happy. The only issue, and we're gonna do some things to correct that we're afraid of, that I'm afraid of, is that playing there is that they'll dig under this paneling and get out, which can happen, you know, but we check on them at least twice a day. And since we're home on furlough and we're home because of the quarantine, then we'll have plenty of time to come out here and check on them as things progress. So if they start getting to the point where it looks like they're getting feisty enough to get out, then we'll move the netting here to another spot and let them start over again. And when they get big enough that this isn't going to keep them in anymore, then we'll take them out to the pig pasture and they'll live out there. So, well, here they are. Everybody seems real happy. Like I said, there's no noise at all. They're not oinking even. That one just yawned. I don't know if you saw that. But they're happy. It's kind of what pigs do. I mean, pigs are meant to root around and make things better. And that's what they do. So, you guys are curious. Cow pie back there. So this is also a continuous system. So our cows literally, when we went to get the pigs this morning, the gate was shut that prevents them from getting in the barn. So last night they were all in here. And because the weather has turned and it's going to be so nice outside, 65 degrees the last couple days, we're going to get some rain tonight, which is good because the cows need a bath. But this is a moving, living thing. And we get after it as soon as we can. Try to make everything move as quickly as we can. We only have about 105 to 100 day growing season here, so we have to do what we can do as fast as we can do. So anyway, well, I hope you guys like the video of the pigs. You can also check us out on Facebook at Ottenreath Family Farm as well, and Instagram at Ottenreath Family Farm. My wife runs both those, or I should say she's in charge of both of those, and we'll have plenty of pictures and stuff there as well. But yeah, anyway, they're cool. I'll probably just watch them here for a little while, but thanks guys.